What is going on, good people? We are here to, I guess, kind of preview the upcoming Impact Wrestling show, given the results that we got from Redemption, the pay-per-view that happened on Sunday. um, Rabbit and I, in case he's here too, Rabbit and I both watched I guess the majority of the show. I watched it, whatever I couldn't see on the YouTube channel with the little highlights and stuff that they do. They didn't show the results, which they want you to go and watch it. But and in case he said he's going to watch it in the near future, but we did want to come on and talk about some of the results from it because it was kind of an eventful show, to say the least, in a couple of weird ways. You know, I guess we could start off. Exactly want to start off with some of the surprises / title changes type thing, but one of the bigger surprises, Tessa Blanchard, she joined the commentary team, which was a new commentary team, and I'll announce that commentary team here in a minute once I figure out the other guy's name. Which it was at least for this show. I'm not sure. There was a new commentary team at least for this show. But it was pretty cool though to hear a new commentary team. But Tessa Blanchard joined them on commentary during the Kiera Hogan and Taya Valkyrie match, which was pretty cool. It was weird because they were kind of pointing towards her, like going after the title, but she didn't join commentary during the title match, so that was weird. But other than that, like I thought it was really cool to see that she was coming to Impact. I actually saw I think Casey spoiled it for me first, and then you did, because you were like, you're gonna be mad at me, but I'm gonna spoil this anyway. And you spoiled like every single part of the show for me. I appreciate it. But anyway,
one point because I was really excited. Shut
up. You said something about Tessa Blanchard too, though, didn't you?
I didn't even know about Tessa Blanchard.
Shut up. Lies. You said something. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna be like, ha. Anyway, but I think this is pretty cool because I love Tessa Blanchard. She's really good. We Casey and I have seen her in the not the Cruiserweight Classic, the Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, and also on the Indies as well, doing her thing. So, and I told Casey about this like 6 months ago, and he's like, nah, she's gonna go Ricochet to WWE because he's going to WWE, and he didn't believe me, and I was right. I told him like a long time ago. It probably was like 6 months ago. Now, like it was a while. Like it was like the beginning of the year, maybe. If you want to go shorter than 6 months, it was a while back. But I'm definitely excited though. She could definitely add to the Knockouts division. I just want to see more depth in the Knockouts division. And I kind of, I gotta pose a question here in a little bit, I guess, or we can kind of pose it now. But especially with Pentagon becoming the world champion. Is this going to bridge the gap between Lucha Underground and bring in some more Lucha Underground talent now, especially even on the women's side? Obviously, Sexy, she might not be joining the fray here, given the situations. But some of the other women that are there, Ivelisse, I'm not sure if she's still there or not. I mean, I don't know the roster right offhand, but some of the people that I remember seeing when I was watching. So that would be cool, but I'm definitely excited though, to kind of see where the partnership goes. I don't want to get too much into the partnership before we get into Tessa Blanchard. But any thoughts on the addition of Tessa Blanchard? I almost butchered that name. Casey?
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I love Tessa Blanchard, obviously. She's one of the best, personally to me, one of the best women in wrestling today, on the indies anyway. So I'm definitely excited for her to kind of be an Impact. One thing I've always wondered though is like, because this isn't obviously, she's dating Ricochet, or I don't know if they're dating or engaged or whatever. But the same situation was with Chelsea Green and Zack Ryder. I always wonder, what is that like, when obviously, your significant other is working for your rival company. That can't be good for the workplace. I'm just saying. But I'm definitely excited. As for the partnership, some people might disagree, but honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to eventually Lucha Underground and Impact, merging. I think that would be good for both of them. It would be good for, and I don't want to get too much into this because I'm going to talk about this when we talk about the world title match or the outcome. But I think it would be helpful for bringing new viewers and other demographics into the show. But we'll get to that when we get to the world title picture. I kind of wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say too much either. Rabbit, you have any thoughts on Tessa Blanchard? I don't know if you've ever seen her before or if you saw her on commentary in that, or heard her on commentary in that particular match, I should say.
Yeah, I seen it on commentary. She was talking on there. First, I didn't know what she was at first, but she kept saying Blanche. Tess. She said she was saying her first name, but when he started calling her Blanche, I was like, oh yeah. She started saying she got the pedigree and all that. Yeah. Now I want to see her wrestle. I've never seen her wrestle before now. But she was good on the mic. I like her when she commentated this match right here, though. She was smooth. She kept on saying, I was in wrestling before I was born. I like that. But yeah, I want to see more of her. Yeah, she was cool. DJ?
And I like kind of her wit with Josh Matthews. And the other guy, I might find his name. I'm gonna find his man's name. I know the voice, but I cannot for the life of me. Don Callis, dang on it. Don Callis. I was like, I know his voice, but I cannot put his name to it right now. Where did he used to? He was Cyrus at ACW, so it was Cyrus. I don't know. Has he done commentary before?
He also works in New Japan too, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. So
he was Dynamite in Thunderbolt. Almost A1.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. I thought he was really good too. I felt like him and Josh kind of worked well together. I don't know. I mean, it probably helped that they were in the same freaking room about time.
They gave him a feel, yeah. But Main Man was in a lot of details and going back in history, and he was on every move. I like him.
From the little bit that I heard, obviously, like DJ said, I haven't watched the full show. From listening to him on commentary in like New Japan and other promotions, he kind of reminds me of the sort of Tony Schiavone that they've been missing for a while. Kind of that, has the experience, knows kind of more than Josh Matthews does.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, Josh, you lost everything with that last match. Like you can't say nothing. You can't even say you know how to do an armbar. You can't. Like,
but let's talk about the first, I guess, surprise we had of the night. So K-Dog got took out. I think that was the biggest of all of them. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. It's not responding. I hope you guys can still hear me, but I'm gonna repeat that just in case. But K-Dog got took out. Biggest prize tonight. No Conan tonight. No Sirius none of that. No, but Eli Drake and the man with the smallest views and the largest arms and professional Scott Steiner or your new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. This surprised me. I think this one got spoiled for me by somebody else too. One match you say one. Anyway, but
I mean, does this one really matter though?
No, but it was surprising though, and I wonder. Obviously, they're going to be transitional champions, but I wonder like what's it going to transition into. Because the hard part about it is they don't really have a lot of tag teams right now in Impact. Casey was right about the man's arms. He used to have that little muscle on the top, right there on the bicep. Where they go? where that go? Like it disappeared on him. Like where? Like, where that though? I'm trying to find it. Because it was funny. He was doing his typical little, the way he flexes and then he drops the elbow. And Eli Drake was doing Eli Drake, and I was like, "But what a little muscle on top of the muscle? What that though? Where that though? Like I don't see it." But
be careful, man. You're doing too much.
But I mean, if we're gonna talk about him in the ring, it won't terrible to me. It won't terrible.
Casey, did you see this match right here?
I saw.
Before you go in on my man,
I saw part of this match that I'm gonna talk about. Don't you worry. There's a part of this match.
I mean, no, Casey, come on now. The Frankensteiner was nice. It had me like this.
He knocked himself out. He legitimately knocked himself out, bruh. Like, you see him. He does it. He hits his head off the canvas. And he's down. Like, he legitimately knocked himself out. Like, bruh.
Get this man some credit, Casey. Casey, do you have any thoughts on your new Impact Wrestling Tag Team? Speaking of new, we probably should talk about the titles too. Impact Wrestling, that's another thing we got to get into. I guess we'll get into that here in a little bit. Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
All I can say is why? Like, nothing against Scott Steiner as like a person. Like, I met him, he seems pretty cool, but like, this man is 55 years old. Why? You couldn't find anyone else for a transitional title run. You had to find a 55-year-old man who does a Frankensteiner and knocks himself out. Like,
beautiful Frankensteiner, boy.
I mean, yeah, it was beautiful if you're trying to knock yourself out. I'm just saying, like,
beautiful.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Rabbit, I mean, I know you want to talk about your man right here. Your man's right here.
Now, I'm going to take it from a different angle here. First of all, the match right here, for him to be as old as he is, this was a good match. Come on, man, Santana. He had a nice standing drop kick in that joint. He nice too. I want to see him in singles for by itself. But off the back, off main man back moonsault, them joints be pretty, man.
What did Ortiz do with his hair tonight? Like anything? He just this man, like, I was like, I don't remember him having that much hair last time I saw him.
You gotta blow out. Man, but he did have a nice DDT on my man Big Papa Pump though. But man, the bellies my man was doing. He was doing the nice face plant joints. Now he's 55 years old now. We're gonna take it from the angle of he's 55. Now you bring me another 55-year-old gonna do a Frankenstein. Now let's take it from this angle. Show me a 55-year-old that's gonna do a Frankenstein. First of all, yeah, that's the first problem we're gonna have. You ain't gonna be able to find one of those. Let's take it from that angle. First of all, you say he's too old to be in the ring and all that, yeah. But you ain't gonna find no 55-year-old doing what he did tonight either. Nowhere in wrestling. Now you got 55-year-olds over in WWE that they bring out here and there. They ain't doing no Frankensteins. I bet you believe that. Now think about it now, he's 55. He in good shape for 55. Now, Ric Flair was out there chopping people at 60, almost 70. He was still chopping. And he was flabby all over the place. My man, Big Pop Pump, ain't flabby now. No, let's not get carried away. Now, 55, he is not flabby. Right or wrong now. Now, he not nowhere near the beast that he was before. That's because you used to seeing him like that. But for 55, let's stay with 55 now. Ain't too many people like that. Genetic freak, what?
Okay. Hold up. I'm gonna start with the Ric Flair thing. I'm gonna start with the Ric Flair thing. First of all, he was 55 like back in WCW, so we ain't even talking about WWE. He was like 60, 70, 80 in WWE. I'm just saying.
I mean, what are you like, 90 now?
And as for WWE, the reason you don't see people doing like that in WWE at that age is because, first of all, the guys that are that age in WWE know that they shouldn't go up to the top rope ever.
Because they can't.
Anyone over 50 should not go to the top rope. Anyone over 40 should probably not go to the top rope ever.
You're right. You're right.
Ever.
But the genetic freak did at 55 now.
That's because they probably told him he shouldn't do it, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it anyway and could kill myself."
Speaking of the genetic freak, I don't know, Rabbit. I don't know if you saw the Canadian Mass segment. Oh my lord! I was when Petey Williams was out there talking about 66 and 10, I knew it was coming. I was like, oh.
What did I tell y'all? His best days was when he was PD Punk. There's no way around that. You wanted him to be champion. If he would stay PD Punk, he would have been champion. That's the part he missed. Right, Casey?
This is my thing. That's my thing about that non-title change that we got because Matt Sydal retained. So Matt Sydal gets rid of Josh Matthews, and now he winning again. What? Like, what? I thought that was gonna be the catalyst for him losing. Like, bro, like
terrible.
I was so happy he had his old music back though, so I could just do like this throughout my whole building. Like, I was gone for a minute because I love that.
Terrible storyline.
My thing is like, what was the point of that? like I've been saying the past couple of weeks, it's done nothing for either of them at all. Like
either one.
I don't understand. I don't.
Petey need to go in.
It's almost as bad as the Y2AJ thing.
I mean, I don't know. So just in case y'all confused, so there was a backstage little segment where Josh Matthews and Matt Sydal was talking before the title match. And Josh Matthews, he cut him loose. He had to let him fly. He had to let the butterfly spread his wings or something like that. But I'm excited because I think Matt Sydal is way better on his own, way better as a face again, I guess, technically. But it was an enjoyable match. I guess that was the big thing coming from that match. It was an enjoyable match. It still don't beat Matt Sydal and Taiji Ishimori. Match of the year. Never lost. Let's see. What else we got?
It still is. We had a close joint tonight, though.
Yeah. Then you got I just want to talk about the Eddie Edwards situation. The match was good. The LVE versus Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Tommy Dreamer House Hardcore match. It was good especially for like a hardcore rules style match. It was good. There was some good spots in it. Sami Callihan looked like he was dead, hanging off the ropes. I meant to send Casey that picture, that snap. I sent it to everybody else. I must have just forgot you because like he was just hanging from the ropes, just blood. I was like, this, bruh, this is when you use blood right here. That was great. I sent it to Brandon, so that's why I thought I sent it to you. But I thought the match was good. But Eddie Edwards at the end, he's teeing off on everybody with kendo stick. Obviously, hits the kill shot on Sami Callihan, and then Alicia's coming down, and he's teeing off on everybody. Alicia's coming down, and he turns around and clocks her too. My only issue, and Rabbit, I don't know if you made it this far into the show. My only issue was that he didn't go all out with it. Like, I understand she's a woman and all of this, but dang on it, we equal now. Remember the women's revolution? She can take a shot to the head. She'll be all right?
That's his wife though.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. That builds it even more. Like that was the whole point of it. The whole point of it was I don't know who's coming behind me. I'm just hitting everybody who comes in my sight. He should have clocked her. He should have clocked her. With all due respect to Alicia Edwards, he should have knocked out.
He barely cracks her, and they put a neck brace on her.
It's like he knew she was there. No, he supposed to know. He supposed to rip. Alpha a month.
So what you telling me is she took the ref bump?
Yeah, because he kind of like went sideways with it a little bit. Like, no, they should have let him go all out on that. if they trying to get the heat on him, let him go all out on that.
Yeah. But this match was nasty, man. Man, they had my man Dreamer in the corner one time. He fucked him completely up, man. It was 8 combos in the corner, man. Drove him all into the table and all that, man. They were crushing him. His name Callahan. Man, he nasty. Hit my man Edwards on the back slam on the chair. It was nasty, man. Nasty. This match right here was just nasty. Moose was all over the place. Athletic, smooth. He's fast. He was doing that little high kick all over the joint, man. On the chairs, on the trash cans. Nasty. But he almost broke his hip. That was botched, yo. I don't know if you remember, Moose went over the top rope and hit the ladder.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah. I was like, oh my Lord, no.
I don't think he came back into the ring no more. I don't think we seen him no more after that. Got punished.
That was rough.
What the thumbtacks? And you ain't see the thumbtacks and my girl on there?
I saw the thumbtacks, I did.
He put Bessie out. Where did he get all that from?
See, I ain't see oh, okay, yeah. You talking about when he pulled the barbed wire bat out?
Yeah, and thumbtacks.
Yeah, I saw that. I think the thumbtack spilled before he wanted him to, though. He was like, no.
They was all over the place, yeah.
But yeah, they had a barbed wire bat in there, which was funny because Sami Callihan, he pulled out his bat, and then Tommy Dreamer come out there with a barbed wire bat. He like I was like, you didn't see worse than that, Sammy. You didn't see worse.
My man Edwards had a nasty knee party off the top rope. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. It was like a doomsday device with the Boston knee party instead of the clothesline. Yeah, it was nice. Moving on. Let's move on to the.
Hold up.
You got some words?
Since we're talking about it, I got an announcement. I announced it on Twitter. I did.
Oh God.
DJ Veal and Justin are officially entering Tournament of Death 17.
Nope. Did you see the gift I sent you? Nope.
Go ahead.
I was gonna send the Peter Griffin done, but I was like, I feel like Nope is where I'm at right now.
Also, Nicholas is gonna be in it.
And then the main event. Pentagon Jr. and Austin Aries and Phoenix. Austin Aries was a champion at the time, but Pentagon Jr. got the win. This match looks like a really good match. I haven't watched this whole this match yet, but from the highlights I just watched on the YouTube, how he do his arm like that though? Like I need to know how you get the arm all the how you do that, man?
Man, that submission arm bar is nasty. He yanked that thing back on that last one.
Right. Yeah. So I guess the big question I have, Pentagon Jr. is the new champion. Does that bridge the gap between Lucha Underground and Impact? Like, is that mean they're working together? Obviously, in some form or fashion, they're working together, as we see. But does that mean like it's kind of a long-term thing, a longer-term thing, maybe throughout the year or something, or kind of what does that mean? Because they were throughout the whole show. Josh Matthews was announcing that season 4, I think it was, coming up. It feels like it's more than 4 seasons. It feels like we on like season 8 or something. But Josh Matthews was announcing that the next season was coming up. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to have something like that. I like what Matt Striker said last week in the video package when I think it was last week when he's kind of talking about how, this is kind of something that wrestling needs. Like we're so focused on competition. You never get to see people work together and competition still be there. So like I'm definitely excited to see what this kind of means for Impact and Lucha Underground, because it could be like Casey said earlier, it could be really big for both of them. And Impact is always in need of new talent, and this could be a really good thing. I'm curious to see what they do with this. Casey, thoughts on the Pentagon Junior be? I mean, I know you was hype. Like, this is how I found out about this before I watched the match.
Actually, I'm gonna let Rabbit go first. I kind of want to hear his thoughts because I have some things to say just in general, but I want to because we haven't heard Rabbit's thoughts on the greatest wrestler of all time, Pentagon Junior.
He's the greatest wrestler of all time.
This man, oh god,
this match. First of all, it started off a little sluggish at the beginning. It was a little slow. It was a ton of botching in this joint. It was botching all over the place. But man, every time he got on top rope, he botched. Had to start over.
Did you notice that from a lot of Lucha Underground guys though? Like, I don't know if it was just being uncomfortable in that particular ring, in that particular arena, or whatever. But like, even in the first match, there was a couple of a couple of botches where like they had to do stuff twice or something.
Oh yeah, I never even seen that before. People had to redo it again.
Yeah. we ain't gonna mention Cage.
You pass botching when you just start completely over and just do it again.
And I don't really like. Sometimes I don't mind it. But sometimes it's to the point of borderline awkward, right? Like sometimes you can redo it and it's fine, but other times, like there was a lot of times tonight where I was like, just act like you tweaked your knee and do something else.
Some of them almost did tweak their knee doing some of that stuff, man. But the match itself had a nice flow once it got cooking towards the middle, because AEW got those nice chops and all that. But the flow between him and Phoenix was nice. Phoenix had a nice cross ring kick when he came across the ring, kicked my man in the head, and he had a nice swanton too. That was beautiful, beautiful swanton joint. But that submission when he snapped my man arm back was nasty, man. That was some nasty, nasty stuff. But AEW had a nice what was that? A bulldog off the top rope. It was pretty too. When my man threw him over the top rope, and then he turned into a bulldog on the floor. That was pretty right there. But the Phoenix and Phoenix just botched too many times. He had like 4 or 5 botches where he started completely back over again. It was just way nonsense. Matter of fact, it messed this matchup. It was, to me, this match would have been one of the top matches of the year if it wasn't so much botching in this joint. It was just way too many botched moves that didn't even go with the flow. They just started over again. Most veterans know how to flow into something else. Both wrestlers know how to do something else off the botch. Not start completely back over. That right there is not supposed to happen at all. That's just. And then most of the matches had a lot of botching, but this match had too much botching for one person. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you watch the match, it was a good match to watch. You know what I'm saying? With nice athleticism in the joint and all that, but way too much botching for me, man. You know what I'm saying? AEW always crisp, always smooth with his moves and all that, but yeah, too much botching. DJ. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I have to watch the show all the way through just to kind of see. As for the botches, I kind of like DJ hinted on as well. It could have been the ring. For example, the match at WrestleCon, it was fine. I didn't see many botches at all, so it could just be Impact's ring being different. I don't know. I've heard people talk about how Impact's rings are different, just like wrestling in them. Not necessarily the 6-sided, but just their ring in general. I've heard in interviews and stuff that people have said it's kind of an adjustment to get used to for whatever reason. So it could have been that. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched the full show, but obviously I'm excited that Pentagon is the Impact World Champion. That title look good on that man. I'm just saying, look good on that man. One of the things, and I this is something I thought Rabbit was gonna say, but he didn't. Surprisingly, I was like, okay. But I know a lot of people are gonna say, with the fact that Pentagon doesn't speak much English, Phoenix speaks a lot more English than Pentagon does. Which is weird because they're brothers, so like you think they would both be, I don't know. But I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh well, he shouldn't be champion if he can't speak English, blah blah blah. I don't necessarily see that as an issue, just because, you know, Impact still is trying to get as many views as they can from, you know, different, you know, demographics and things like that. And you have to think, not only in Mexico, but in the United States, one of our biggest kind of minority groups is Hispanics. So the fact that they have an American company has a champion who primarily speaks Spanish, for these people who are wrestling fans, you know, they can watch that and not have to, you know, worry about subtitles, things like that. And it's something new. We haven't really had a, even in WWE, we haven't had a champion who primarily spoke Spanish or another language. I think that's kind of something unique that's going to bring more people in to watch Impact. And then obviously, like DJ said, kind of bridge the gap between Impact and Lucha Underground. But I'm definitely excited. I hope, you know, he has the title for a while. I kind of want to see what they do with it, kind of what kind of title run he's going to have, who's going to kind of challenge for the title. But I'm definitely excited. And just in general for the whole partnership between Lucha Underground and Impact. So, and hopefully, you know, these guys kind of get more used to the ring. And, you know, we see over the next couple weeks less and less botching and things like that. But I'm definitely excited for it.
All right. I think
me personally, whether they speak English or not, don't even go on my radar. It's the wrestling. To me personally, he can wrestle. It was a good match, but out of the three, he wasn't the best in his match right here. You know what I'm saying? But as far as him being champion, that don't bother me because it's ways to get around that as far as managers and other ways to do that. You know what I'm saying? So you can be champion and don't speak English. That's not really a problem, especially when you champion not off your character and that. He's not champion because of his character. You know what I'm saying? He champion because he wrestled. So his character is not a problem. I don't even think he talked on the mic before. So that's the problem.
It really just depends on too, because he did do an interview in Spanish. It was in Spanish, and then he did a little bit of English at the end. It really just depends on how they translate it, because you can translate and it can still have an effect too. And then kind of what he did, because his promo was good. Where was it? I can't remember if it was right before this match. It was before this match, but it wasn't in the Austin Aries centric video package they did before this match. Or like the opening promo, because the opening promo was really Austin Aries centric. That's why I thought he's gonna win. And then Pentagon got his thing. I think Phoenix did at some point too. But I think he did a good job with that promo, because he kind of mixed English and Spanish, and kind of in the same one big promo. And then the new titles. I'm gonna try to show them on the screen share here. The new titles that we have. Well, right now I'm showing this dive
right there. That's a good title.
Showing this dive from the Aerostar Drago match. But this is the world title. And Casey, I don't think liked them. But we can it's kind of open discussion now. At this point about the championships. I'm gonna try to share myself so you guys can actually see them and not the infinity screen. But dang on this dive, it just is there. But this is the world title. These are the pictures they posted on Twitter. So if you want to kind of get a closer look on Twitter, this is the world title. I like the world title. It looks like right there in the middle it has the Grand Championship on it, doesn't it? That looks a lot like the Grand Championship design, like in the middle with the Impact Wrestling logo. But I like it for the most part. It's a good new title, because people were complaining about the one they have looking like a sticker, or pretty much just looking too much like the GFW titles, having the wrong color scheme and everything. So I think that I like this particular world title. And feel free to chime in on the titles, what you guys think.
For me,
it's the world title.
I don't know. I think for me, it's just the blue is too much for me. I've never liked that shade of blue that they use or that they use in general. I think that's it. I think I don't know. It's just too much for me. If they toned it down a little bit, I think I would like it. I mean, the title in general isn't bad. It's just I think the blue.
Do you see there's an owl at the top? Sorry.
I don't know. They look too much. They look too like plain. Like you can go to the store and get that. It don't look like something like a championship, you know, or like it's like not no. It's just like you can do that when you playing out back with your family type belts, you know. And all of them look like that too. I don't like them things, man. They don't give you that. This is a big thing on. They all look almost the same, so they don't get no separation to them at all. Everybody look like they got the same belt when they come out here. So
I'm just because obviously belts are going to change throughout the time. So I hope. I mean, for right now, I mean, I'm fine with it. But I definitely agree with you, Rabbit, that they do kind of look playing like because I miss the X style of the X Division title, but I know they're trying to distance themselves from Impact Wrestling, from TNA, that old stigma, you know. They're trying to distance themselves from that or that stink, as who said that? I think it was Jericho was mentioning it or whatever when I was listening to a Sami Callihan interview.
Sure.
But they're trying to, like, you know, distance themselves from that, so that's why they're changing everything.
I think the KO belt look like that too, don't it?
Let's see. That's a tag team.
I think they all look exactly the same.
Yeah, they are really similar.
For me, like the tag team titles, I don't know. Like, part of me likes them, and then part of me wants to burn them. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
they ain't good.
See, and I have to see a title on a person too. Like, that's the hard part for me. Like, sometimes because I feel like sometimes titles look better on people than they do like just sitting in the ring, like these are. I might see if I can find one while I'm looking through here. But overall, like, yeah, they're kind of just okay. I'm glad they got new titles because I know they're trying to like rebrand again, and do their own little thing. Let's see if you can tell in this one. He's not really holding it up like a. Well, I don't know. It is Pentagon. I don't know if he's gonna.
Well, there was a group picture on Instagram of the Lucha Underground guys, and he had the title on, like, where he was wearing it.
Okay. Huh.
Not on the Instagram. So,
I mean, that means I'm gonna have to go all the way to the Instagram and log in. You know how difficult that is? Do you understand how difficult that is?
I mean, go to Pentagon's Twitter or somebody.
Pentagon's Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. We doing a live search here. Not Pentagon. Not Pentagon. That's not.
It's Penta.
Shut up. You know his Twitter? Oh, got it.
The heavyweight title looked better before.
I don't think
the tag team title looked better before. The knockout title looked better before. I ain't seen them.
I miss the old tag team titles. They was pretty. They were.
True.
Yeah, when you get that big gold plate, it means that's the big difference. A big plate right there.
You see, I can find that.
With your name right here, the big name of your company and all that good stuff. What? They got just a blue thing. They got blue things on that joint. You can't tell what's going on that thing.
See, these are from 2017, so we ain't gonna find it on there. But anyway, back to the
Twitter, I think.
What, his other Twitter? He's got another one? How many Twitters this man got? That's his verified. This is verified Twitter. Maybe if I look on Lucha Underground. But anyway, as we kind of wrap this thing up, I'm definitely excited though to see.
A second, I think I can find it. Maybe.
I know my man don't want to discuss Brian Cage in the match he had. You know, you tell me that the effing machine. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the monster. Okay.
Kind of end. But yeah, Brian Cage has some. had some botches in that match. I thought that match played out well. I thought it was gonna be kind of slow at first, but I thought it.
It played good when he wasn't in there. That's for sure, because they were flying all over the place at first. DJ had a nice springboard joint. GJZ, I forgot. That's my man.
You see that DDT? Oh my Lord.
Nasty. I don't know where he been, you know. I'm glad he back. And then my man, what's his name? Desmond? That was quick drop kicks all over the place. Him and Cage, he had Cage one time, he drop kicked him off and flipped back, kicked him again. He almost, then he boxed the top rope on Cage too. I forgot he boxed one too.
He boxed it was that moonsault on it.
Exactly, yeah.
He fell off the turnbuckle or something, and then he had to redo
it. Hey, I'm glad that the boxing is so noticeable that y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? It's so that I ain't magnifying things. You know what I'm saying? This is wide open boxing here, boy.
I can then Darren saw a match. The guy, he got his foot caught on the doggone rope, trying to do his springboard into the ring. Come on, man. Because that was one of many in that match.
Man,
that opening match. But anyway, we got an Impact review coming up probably Friday. More than likely, because we got to do NXT as well tomorrow. So we'll come back for NXT on tomorrow.
Brian Cage killed himself. You botched that moonsault though, Slim.
Yeah.
He laughing, dog. Hey, Kate. Hit your man up on Twitter. Let him know he not the beast, the monster, the animal. Okay?
He ain't gonna never let him live that down.
Don't kill yourself out here trying to do that now. You almost killed yourself, Casey. Look at that match, right? Off that moonsault botch, boy.
I mean, but did he Brock Lesnar himself? I don't think
so. But anyway, be sure to hit the subscribe button for us. For the Big Papa Pump title reign, be sure to hit that like button for us and hit the subscribe as well. We appreciate you guys for coming by. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Leave in the comments because I think YouTube gets rid of comments after the show. So if you got a real comment that you like, we gotta see it. Be sure to leave it after the show is processed and whatnot.
55 years old, boy.
top rope Frankenstein's at 55. But other than that, coming up, we got NXT, like I said, tomorrow, and the upcoming Impact review will be coming up. We got discussions as well in the can somewhere that we're gonna be doing at some point in the near future. But
find a can opener. That's the problem. We gotta find a can opener.
Yeah, that's what it is. We gotta find the opener to it. We need one of them electric ones. You know, them other ones, they're too difficult. But anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time. Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/ICW
News. Tag team champion.
Anyway, with Rabbit's foolishness, we're gonna leave. We'll see you guys. Peace.